And after I had went viral on the month of February, I've been telling my truth for a long time, and I've been telling my truth, and the so-called family members been knowing it. So I said something about DNA tests. They didn't want to do it because they just like kept brushing it off. After I told them some guy raped me, you know what they said? Did you get checked out? And yes, I did. I don't have nothing either, but they didn't hug me. They didn't act like they care. They don't care. They do that word shit, and also they put me in a mental institution for practicing my First Amendment, my freedom of speech, freedom of press, and they put me in there 3 days after being viral. And you guys digging a little too hard, and they had me in there with no cell phone, no nothing. And then while I was in there, they had some girl that had my picture to pretend with me.
Hi guys, how are you? You guys come on in. We got a lot to talk about, you guys. We're going to talk about some of everything, right? Not just only this story here about the lady that is alleging she's Aaliyah's daughter. We're going to talk about so much that's been going on the internet, okay? So you guys, I've been trying to get my camera set up and trying to get everything fixed up so I can be able to go live and show my face on certain commentaries. I will be showing my face, but I'll have me a little studio set up like some of the content creators. Um, so I want to make sure I get out here and kind of, do my thing right and perfect it. Okay. So anyway, so bless first I want to say bless my mother. Okay. We're gonna bless my mother throughout this video and the commentary. I also I'm in prayer every night, every midnight. I'm there with my mom. I'm there for hours with my mom, past time up to 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. in the mornings. So bless my mother. All right, you guys, we got the journey in the house. We got the journey in the house. They're shouting out to everyone. Hi, hi, hi. We also have Betty in the house, one of our moderators. She's a moderator also for the for Darren Moore's platform. And that's why I chose her as well, since she was already a moderator of other channels. So I wanted to choose her to be a moderator for this channel as well. We haven't talked in the background yet, but we will be talking and communicating so I can know who she is. Especially when my channel began to grow more and more. Miss Betty will be the top moderator for my channel. I also have other moderators. They come in and out, but they don't be here like Miss Betty do. They better be here almost every day, every night. Anytime I put up a live, right? Thank you guys for the blessings. Bless my mom. Make sure you guys put that in the comment as well. So today we're going to be talking about LaGena. If I'm pronouncing it right, let me know. LaGena or LaGena Gold. I think that's her Instagram name. I think she goes by that on TikTok. I don't know her real name. I don't know her personally. I'm going to say that as well. I don't know her personally at all, period. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of this situation here. There are certain things that I have posted on my channel that I have not really been front face forward with, which that's what I'm gonna start doing, being more, forward with my commentary. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to hold back on anything, right? But most of the information on my channel is alleged, and I can't say it's fact until it's proven in court. But some of it is rumor, some of it is social media rants and allegations and stuff like that too as well. And court, you know, cases too. But anyway, so this situation right here is alleged. LaGena is alleging that she's Aaliyah's and R. Kelly's daughter. Right. I started to watch her commentary on King Payne's channel, right? King Payne is a content creator, and he also does other things outside of YouTube, right? So He's not only just a content creator, right? So anyway, so I start following him anyway. So blah 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 days after that. So he interviews the fake alleged daughter of Aaliyah and R. Kelly. So I goes on that live. I wasn't in the on the panel, but I go and watch the live and I see the interview, right? And I'm just watching the interview, and he does several lives about LaGena Gold, right? He does several lives. Then I see a live with Jaguar. She comes on the live and give her commentary as well towards the situation, also to LaGena Gold. All right, so I'm just listening in. I'm just listening. Listen, I support King Payne channel on YouTube, and I support other YouTubers as well. I don't hate, and I don't have no hater in my blood, right? I support everyone, right? So anyway, so I listened to the commentary. I see a few things that I think that was a bit off. And we're going to focus on LaGena Gold at this time, not Jaguar, not King Payne at this time, right? So, but I'm going to focus on LaGena Gold. And I watched it and I watched it and I watched it. I'm watching her commentary, right? And she actually is, I'm not saying that she believes that she's Aaliyah's daughter, but to me, she's trying to convince the audience that she's Aaliyah's daughter, right? She's trying to convince the audience that she's Aaliyah's daughter, right? And I also watched the commentary about All About Trees too. She had some very good commentary on this situation as well. She also had commentary on King Payne and also Jaguar. But I want to focus on LaGena Gold at this time, right? So she's sitting here trying to convince the audience that she is Aaliyah's daughter. She's not trying to convince herself. I don't see she's trying to convince herself. I don't see where she's delusional on certain extents, right? You guys may say she's delusional, but to me, I haven't seen any type of way she's trying to convince herself. But I think she's more trying to convince you to believe a lie, right? In my opinion, and then I looked at her age, right? It's not adding up. I'm older than Aaliyah, right? So I'm older than Aaliyah. So I don't know how old she really is, right? We don't know if she's 40. We don't know if she's 50, right? There could be some 40 and 50 years old out here look just like that, right? In Africa. So all I know from right now, the information that I have gathered, that she's from Africa. She's from Ghana or some sort, right? There was also a Nigerian that was in the comments on King Payne's page. He mentioned, this is the YouTuber's name. His name is Crypto Fitness Gaming CFC, right? If I'm CFG, right? That's his YouTuber name, right? He also mentioned that he was from Nigeria and she looks like an African. She looks like she's from Nigeria, right? Or somewhere from Africa, right? And he asked her, he was like, hey, can you ask her, do she know anything about ugusa soup, right? And goat meat. And those are certain things that Africans do eat, right? So even if a Nigerian can recognize his own people, that means she is from Africa, from what I'm gathering, right? So if she's not from Africa, you guys post below, let me know she's from Africa or not, or who her parents are. From what I'm seeing, that they posted a picture of her real mother, not Aaliyah. Now we ain't gonna go off on this delusional thing, right? They posted a picture of her real mother, which she looks like her real mother, right? She looks just like her to me, right? She doesn't look anything like R. Kelly nor Aaliyah, and she does not look like R. Kelly's mother, right? I have compared the pictures. Sometimes a child will look like somebody further in, you know, in the family, maybe look like an aunt, maybe look like a great aunt. And I have that in my family, right? I have it. It is, I'm telling you, the blood runs deep in our family, right? And so Betty said she looks exactly like her mom. Exactly. LaGena looks exactly like her mom. Okay. So that's who she looks like. But I want to get to the point of her convincing the audience, right? She's trying to convince the audience that Aaliyah Let me get to this right quick. Trying to get to this live here because I want to be on. Hold on, let me get here because I have to look it up. So anyway, I know you guys see the title say incantation, right? And it also says money schemes. Okay. So as we know, we have heard allegedly that some Africans do try to scheme people. And, I'm not knocking any Nigerians. I'm friends with Nigerians, so I know some Nigerians. Me and a lady Nigerian, we don't been out, blah, blah, blah. I know some Nigerians. Okay. So, and some Africans, no matter what country they come from, I know them. Okay. But I'm not knocking them, but this is what it said that, some are schemers, right? And she's very perfected in her language. She's articulate. She's very articulate. And we have to remember sometimes when people have suffered trauma or anything like that, sometimes their speech is off, right? And I'm not seeing that, right? But they saying she's crazy, she's delusional, blah, blah, blah. They don't send her to some nut house or whatever. But to my understanding, I don't believe she's a delusional. I'm just gonna be honest. She's talking like she's delusional, but at the same time, I feel like that, in my opinion, she's a liar, right? And she's a schemer. So my apologies. I mean, to other people commentary that's trying to make her believe what she's saying or believing what she's saying. I'm not gonna fall for it. If you fall for it, that means you're into the scheme too as well. So I'm not falling for it. I'm just gonna be honest. You have any other commentary, any kind of opinion or facts that you want to post it in the comments to let me know if I'm off on my commentary or if I'm wrong about what I'm seeing and saying. Because from what I'm seeing on her page, okay, this is another thing right here that really kind of like, okay. So we falling for all of this, right? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. There was a video I saw on her page on Instagram, right? There was a video of her doing something to candles, praying over candles and stuff like that. Now this page right here, we talk about, you said when she was talking, I couldn't understand her. Okay, I chat tarot. So this is tarot cards and trees. Okay. So intelligence had nothing to do with mental illness. Albert Einstein was bipolar and brilliant. But at the same time, yeah, well, you right. Okay, okay. You said intelligence had nothing to do with mental illness. Albert Einstein was bipolar and brilliant. Well, sometimes, come on, Faith. Sometimes you can recognize somebody that is mental ill, but at the same time, I don't believe she is on certain levels. But if she keep playing, she will be. But I think that she's more of a schemer. Okay. And then I also saw this right here on her channel, on her Instagram page right here, you guys. And I think we can talk in this video right here. Let me see. This little thing right here.
You say the words or say the verbs.
I don't know if you guys can hear me in this, but she's doing a lot of, I guess, praying over candles and stuff like that in this one here. This what like really threw me off. Even when she confessed to being a
You
witch,
say the words or say the
when she confessed to
verbs.
being one.
You say.
So anyway, so when she confesses on King Payne's channel, she confesses to being a witch. Some witches and some people that read tarot cards are very manipulative, very manipulative. And there are some fake readers. There are some, they say fake readers. Yeah, there are. So that's why I believe, I mean, she may have a mental illness, by, whatever. But to my understanding right now, what I'm seeing that she's a schemer and she's fake and she's very intelligent. And that's how Satan comes. He's very cunning. So I don't fall for all of that there. I'm not going to fall for that. Okay, that's most likely why she's mentally ill. But I agree, she still can be scamming. Okay, okay, I get you. I get you. I get you. All about trees. I got you. All right, so y'all know all about trees have to keep me on track, because y'all will see her come in the comments and she will keep me on track. And I do listen to all about trees. All right, so like I say, in my opinion, I just really honestly believe that she is scamming, right? And then I don't know Jaguar. I'm not gonna downgrade her, but for Jaguar to come in and just so much money thing going on here, it throws up a red flag, you guys. It's just throwing up a red flag for me. Because Aaliyah is a icon. She was well talked about. She was a great singer and stuff like that. And for them to do that, that's like tainting her name and stuff like that. You don't do stuff like that. You Aaliyah's daughter, go take a blood test and DNA, whatever the case may be, and let it be done. But this woman that you guys will keep seeing around the internet is not Aaliyah's daughter. Okay, she has confessed to being a witch, and sometimes witches and warlocks can pick up certain spirits from the dead, right? Certain things about a person that is dead. Okay, I'm coming to you with this. Okay, they can pick up certain things, and also they can gravitate to certain spirits, right? So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by this. To me, I can't say she's mentally ill, right? I'm not going to say that. But in my opinion, I just honestly believe she's just a scheming witch. All right. So, and that's my commentary on that part, right? So it says she is textbook schizophrenic and linked with Jaguar because they are like souls equally yoked and will feed each others delusions, allegedly. So all about trees allege, well, in her opinion, LaGena, well, however you pronounce her name, LaGena or Gold, is schizophrenic. But in her commentary, her talk, she's very leveled. She's very level-headed, and it just seems like she's picking up spirits. What do they call those people that does that talks to the dead? Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Now this is what I'm picking up. I'm just saying. I'm just picking this up. I don't. But in reality, all about trees says, in her opinion, that she's schizophrenic. Okay, so hold on. That this is what I'm picking up off of LaGena Gold. I don't know if not mediums. That ain't the word right there, but it's another word. Hold on. She calls her twin brother her uncle. She has a twin brother. She has a twin to her. Get out of here. A medium. Mm-mm. That ain't the word right now. Hold on, let me see. Not just talk to the dead. Oh, it wasn't her. Hold on. But it's mediums too. I know what y'all talking about. Talk to the necromancers. Hold on, necromancers. That's what it is. Clairvoyance. Come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. Okay. Let me see what necromancer is. This a person who practices necromancer. Okay. The brother wife spoke out. The brother wife spoke out. A psychic. She was recently diagnosed and discharged from the mental hospital. I mean, she keep playing with those spirits. Of course. She keep playing with spirits. That's what she's doing. She's conjuring. She's doing a lot of conjuring. And that's the reason why It's very imperative that we don't play with these praying over candles and cards and tarot cards and stuff like this. You have to be very, like, you have to be very careful with that. Hold on, you guys. I'm gonna try to look something up too. So necromancer, this is who I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking. Someone who claims to communicate with the dead in order to discover what is going on in the future. Is someone who is involved with black magic. Exactly. This, my God. Yeah, I heard. And she's articulate very well. That's why I just, something ain't right with this whole situation here. She could have been taken over by some spirit because she plays with spirits all the time. She's playing with spirits. And nowadays it's popular because it's the season of great deception from the devil. Exactly, Miss Early. Exactly. And people don't understand that. And that's what probably happened to Jaguar. I don't know for sure, but just I'm getting these vibes here, all about trees. Something just is not right here. Like this is just, I mean, somebody that entertains this here.
You say the ones or say the verbs. You say the ones or say the verbs.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Hi, Keisha. How are you? This girl is not American. Jag said something about her passport. Exactly. Sure did. This is weird. I'm like I said, I'm just picking up this stuff here. She's all into this witchery stuff and magic and tarot cards and candle reading. Praying over candles and stuff. People pray over candles and incantation is speaking spells, right? And what they do is speak spells over candles, right? When they pray over candles. So you got to be very careful when you do stuff like that because you could be tapping into different types of spirits you don't even know how to get delivered from or how to protect yourself from it. There is some very immature witches, very immature warlocks, and all kinds of people trying to tap into these Ouija boards, trying to tap into the unknown, the entities of the deep. And I'm just saying is getting ridiculous. And that's the reason why it's very imperative for us to stay on track even when we start worshiping the Lord. You have to deal with spirits when you start worshiping the Lord. You start giving yourself over to Christ. You give yourself over to God. That's why it's very imperative that we stay on track or we will be in the mental ward. Okay. We will be in Asylum 6785. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying we just got to be careful. We got to stay on track because that's where we will end up. We'll be thinking we are Whitney Houston's lost long daughter. Okay, so just be very careful. I'm not mocking anyone that has a mental illness or of such, but I am bringing forth a commentary with to let you a commentary of LaGena Gold. Uh, Future behavior, I mean present behavior at this time because of her doing witchery stuff, right? um it's just ridiculous. Okay, So you guys, the interview that King Payne did on LaGena Gold is exclusive interview with Aaliyah plus R. Kelly alleged daughter video on his channel if you guys want to watch it. Yes, it is. That's correct. Yes, it's too deep and need to be reported. Exactly, Faith. She says she do spells. Watch. She turns Jag into a dog. Okay. So be very careful. And Jaguar is already in too deep, so she has to be very aware of this. And some celebrities allegedly is seeking witches and warlocks. Okay, when celebrities allegedly, when people become celebrities, witches and warlocks allegedly meet them at the door. Okay, so we don't know. Jaguar could have talked to a few before she, talked to a few of her time. So we just have to be very careful. Because when you sign the dotted line with Satan, right? When you sign a contract with Satan, you can't break that contract unless you sacrifice the soul. I'm just saying. If you do an illegal if you break a covenant with Satan illegally, you will become deranged or mentally ill or may lose your mind. Okay? So be very careful signing contracts with Satan and playing with dark magic and stuff like that, because you'll be just like LaGena going back and forth to the mental institution. Okay? So I'm not saying Aaliyah don't have a daughter, but Aaliyah's daughter, if she has a child, her daughter is at least 28 years old. Okay? Her daughter is 28 or finna be 29 years old, allegedly. Her daughter should be older. Okay? So I don't know how long old this woman is. She don't say it so much. So you guys know the correct age of this African lady, let me know. All right? But she don't say it so much. But her daughter should be a little bit older. She should be 27 or some, like 27, 28, somewhere 29, somewhere in there. All right. She said she was 31. That is not Aaliyah's daughter. That is not Aaliyah's daughter. Okay? If she said she was 31 years old, that is not Aaliyah's daughter. We running, Miss Harley. Make sure that was correct. If she's 31 years old, that is not Aaliyah's daughter. And how old is she alleging Aaliyah had her? Because if she's 31 years old, she better not be alleging Aaliyah had her at 12. Okay? So if she's 31 years old, Aaliyah should have had her at the age of, 14 years old. Exactly. Exactly. Even if she said she was 28, that's still not her daughter. She said she was 28. And how old is Leah supposed to have her? Well, how old was Leah when she allegedly got pregnant? So she's 28 years old. Leah got pregnant at the age of 12. Come on. Y'all don't think I know? Hmm. That's a lie from hell. Aaliyah didn't get pregnant at no age of 15. That's a lie from hell. And if she 30 and 31 years old, that's a lie from hell. And I know that for a fact. That's a lie right there. And going on 30. No, she lied. She is a liar on that one there. Exactly, Tiff Pete. It is a whole mess. No, that's a lie right there. Talking about she 30 and 30, going on 30. Lil had her at the age of 15 years old. She going on 30. Mm. Yeah, I do the math. We'll talk about her later. I mean, that age later, but we gonna do the math. We gonna do the math. Cause that right there ain't right. And I know that ain't right. That is most definitely not right. I know that ain't right. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Not at all. That is not right at all. No, she's not. Jag keep going around saying that Aaliyah's to people in public we ain't gonna have to worry about calling nobody because in public we be get that 5150 call Jag. This is a huge mess. Hey Miss Taylor baby, how are you? How you doing? Welcome. All right, so Miss Faye said for let her lie. But I'm just trying to make some sense out of this here, like I said, even when I first started watching her before I even heard she was a witch, I just knew it right then and there she was. I don't know nothing about it. I never did even look on I try not to look on so many things, especially when I'm gonna do commentary on it. I try to like kind of give my own commentary, give my own opinions of what I think. I try not to piggyback off of other people's commentary. I try not to. So that's why I don't like dig into people's all their videos, all their it's got to be a reason for me to do that. I just try to give my own commentary about what's going on at that present moment. I don't try to dig up everything. Tiff P, the lady that's alleging she's Aaliyah's daughter is a witch, and she confessed it that she's a witch. She confesses she's a witch. She's a tarot card reader, candle, you know, somebody that burn candles and stuff like that. So, yep. So let's go ahead to our other commentary, you guys. We can talk about her later, but that's what I want to come out and talk about, right? Because that's very disturbing to me. And we have to understand that there are some intelligent witches, very cunning witches out here, so we have to be very aware of that. Trying to get to my little things here. I want to. Okay, so let's get to this. I wanted to talk about this. I haven't had a chance to talk about it, but I want to talk about it before, you know, we get off this live. But we're gonna go back to LaGena Gold after I'm finished. I just want to talk about this in the middle of this commentary about the let me reach out. Jaguar's at the end of the road now. Nobody's letting her up on panel anymore. Honey, that girl is equipped with enough witchcraft possibly to take Jag on out of here. Hey, love. Okay. Let's see. Okay, you did. Yeah, you did say the family look for her. Okay, Jaguar has been texting family friends just wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is too much. This is so too much. But then we have other, situations going on out here. Ashley with King Payne and Perry and Sherelle and stuff like that too. I don't too tough get into commentary like that, but after I saw Perry over there mocking King Payne, I was like, oh my God, this is just too much. I mean, it was kind of funny, but it's not funny. You know, how he took the little duster and the little crown, little Bird King crown to put on his head, and stuff like that. He was over there mocking King Payne. It's not funny, but, I try not to get so serious to a point where I get outside of YouTube. But King Payne went back at Perry, and Perry, they going back and forth at each other and stuff, all that good stuff. Yeah, so oh, okay. She was a oh, oh, okay. Oh. How do we know that was her family that came on the panel? What you talking about? Her family came? What family? What's that? The health status of someone here on YouTube. The health stat. Who? Wait a minute, Cocaine. Hold on, ACLJ. Cocaine. Wait a minute before we start this other commentary. But I'm not gonna be on the other commentary long. But Cocaine, wait a minute. Let's start right here. Right? I ain't call you Cocaine, but that's your name. So you say they were over there exposing the health status of someone here on YouTube. Who? Hmm. Wait a minute. Hold on. Who? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Before we move forward, I was gagged. Wait a minute. What's going on? Wait a minute. Who? Did I miss something? Because I've been trying to keep up with all these channels. Oh, it was on Perry. Hold on. It it was on Perry Sanders' channel. I know I heard somebody say that. I don't know why. I think it was King Payne's channel because I try to watch every time he go live, and I try to watch All About Tree. They was on at the same time. I had one of my phones on All About Tree, one of my phones on King Payne. Then I'm trying to switch over to Perry Sanders. Then I'm trying to keep up with King Payne. I think King Payne mentioned something like that. Come on, who was it? Who health status was it? Cocaine. I'm just trying to figure this out. What's going on here? Hold on. Okay. All right. So y'all, I'm trying to keep up with all these people channel. I ain't got I got more than one phone, but I got two active for right now. I gotta buy another one, y'all. I don't crack both of my phones again. So anyway, and I can't find no cover for it somehow when I go to the store. The mall, they don't never have a cover for my phones. So I'll be like, kind of upset. But anyway, let's move on with the middle commentary. So y'all take a break. I'm going to play this video right quick and we're going to get on this right here. It's like maybe 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. So we're going to get on this and then we're going to move on with the commentary. Then we're going to go back to King Payne. We're going to go back to LaGena Gold at the end and we're going to talk. Okay, you guys. Anyway, wait before I play this video. Let's see. Let me look at these comments. So anyway, y'all, my next commentary, right, is basically about the lawsuit that Bishop Whitehead has against Larry Reed, right, for the $20 million lawsuit defamation case, right? So I'm just going to play a little small video, 3 minutes, and you guys can take a break, drink some water or something like that in the middle of the little video. So I want to do a little commentary on that as well, but it's not going to be long because I don't want to be on him all day and all night. All right, you guys.
Tasha gonna go on her own, no problem. Okay, go on your own, Tasha. But listen, I'll be dropping the video when I get off of this. Amen. And I'll be directing you to Tasha K's YouTube. Okay. See, I'm not a YouTuber nor a blogger. I'm a preacher. Okay. I'm not a YouTuber nor blogger. Okay. I'm not a YouTuber nor blogger. Okay. And Tasha K says she's here for Trey. Now, Trey is the alleged victim. Okay. He's the alleged victim. Can y'all just say Larry? Just say, oh, Larry. See, now this right here is going to take that kingdom down. I'm telling you, that demonic kingdom of destroying the church, right? Yeah, this one right here. Woo, wee, woo. Woo, baby. Somebody just say checkmate. Put at Larry Reed checkmate. Come on, y'all got to help me out a little bit because I got to get back into rehearsal. All right. Somebody, you sound immature. Well, you know what? Let me just block you since I sound immature, right? Let me just block you since you're on my page and I sound immature. It's not about immaturity. What it is, it's about sounding the alarm. Y'all don't know the hell that these people are putting me through. Y'all don't know the hell. Y'all don't know the hell that these people putting me through. But the table is round. Bishop, let's pray. This is too much. I'll pray later. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now I need y'all to put at Larry Reed checkmate. So I will be. Where did Tasha go? Let me see if she hit. Where did Tasha go? That's crazy. Tasha came in and said she. Yo, Tasha, and then you text me. Yo, you crazy. You're out of your control. You can block me. I don't care. So let me block you. All right, no problem. No problem. All right, y'all. So. There's a video that I'm about to post. There's a video that I'm about to post. Okay, somebody said you're going to jail. Let me block you. That's not of God. Why would the bishop go to jail? Okay? Sir, you did this a few months back. No developments. What's that? Oh, the developments is now. I'm sorry for holding up. I told Mr. Larry Reed to keep my name out of his mouth, and he still found a way to keep my name in his mouth. So now the receipts will be dropped. I'm posting it on my page right here. If you're on Instagram, I'm posting it on Instagram. I'm posting it on Facebook. I'm going to post a link to the YouTube page. I'm going to post a link to the YouTube page. Somebody said, Bishop, you told us about this last time. What happened to the developments? Well, you're going to see the developments. You're going to see the developments. We need answers, Larry Reed. I told you to keep my name out your mouth. I told you to keep my name out your mouth. And then you want to sit here and have your little boyfriend Conscious TV, your little boyfriend, your little boo-boo. You want to have your little boo-boo talk about my family? Oh, this happened. Oh, this happened. And then, oh, job, something coming for you too. I told you to shut up too. I told you. Because you keep ducking that lawsuit too. But you're going to get served. Y'all both going to get served. Y'all can keep ducking. But I got some Lil Javi. Huh? You want to come back too with some more stuff, right, Lil Javi? Huh? When last time you sent your mother some commissary? Because we found out that she's in.
All right, you guys, that was just I wanted to play that video. You guys, make sure you got some water, some wine if you drink that, or whatever you guys drink, hot tea. Well, for our channel, for our channel, this is hot tea channel, right? We drink hot tea over here, green tea. All right. So Danette, I don't know how you pronounce your YouTube name, Danette. Yes, we are live over here, Danette. Thank you for coming in. I have seen you on a panel, King Payne's panel. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Cocaine. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name or not. Yes, this is about the young lady, ACOJ. I'm just taking a short break in the middle of this commentary and bringing the news to those that don't know that Bishop Whitehead is suing Larry Reed, and Larry Reed has responded to the lawsuit as well, claiming he's the victim, allegedly claiming he's the victim of all of what he did to Bishop Whitehead. So Exactly. Justice for Levante Andrews. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Cocaine. So anyway, you guys, let me do a short commentary on this and we will get back to the voodoo and the lies, right? So um as we know that there's a lawsuit out against Levante. Well, actually there's a pending lawsuit against Levante Andrews, one of the accusers that accused Larry Reed of molesting them, right? Larry Reed sued Levante Andrews, but he also dismissed the case without prejudice, which means Larry Reed can go back and file this suit against Levante Andrews, one of the accusers, right? So I wanted to mention something about Larry before we move back into the commentary about LaGena Gold. All right. This is what I want to mention. You guys, my last video on it has Tasha K on the thumbnail, and also Conscious TV, a puppet, right? And Larry has the strings, right? Y'all see that little thumbnail. This is the video I'm going to talk about, something he said in that video, right? All right, so Larry claims that he hasn't been around no children while he's been grown, right? While he's been a grown man. This is what he said in that video that I did on him. My last video, you guys see it, right? This is what he's claiming, and it's on audio. This is what he said to Tasha K, on the telephone when Tasha K called him and said, hey, somebody accusing you of molesting them. Do you want an opportunity to come and defend yourself? He said no, right? So in the middle of this conversation, he said he never been around any children, right? So I just wanted to just say this before we move on back to the commentary of LaGena Gold. All right, so I wanted to say this too. I don't know if he believed the lies he tell, alleged lies he tell, or do he really believe what he says, right? But Larry said he never been around any children while he been yet grown. So he's trying to distance himself from the allegations. And he's trying to put the allegations on Shamako Bryant. You guys know who Shamako Bryant is. Shamako Bryant is one of Larry's right-hand man, right? So some of you don't know that Larry also had a school. But Larry claims he never been around none of these children that was in this school. He said he never been around no children. So I guess he was just a pastor, or he was just the principal or the owner of this school, and never been around none of these children. He never seen Levante never played drums in his church. So he's trying to distance himself from all of this and putting Shamako Bryan as the point of contact when it came to all of these children. And basically all of these allegations, that's what it looks like to me, right? So I wanted to make sure Larry knows that he was in a position of trust. Even though if he's claiming that these boys was up in age, he still was in a position of trust. Allegedly, one of the guys said that Larry committed sexual assault against him. When the sexual assault was taking place, one of the guys, Kendall, one of Larry's friends, walked in on them while the sexual assault was going on. This is all alleged, right? What I'm saying is Larry don't understand, even though these boys was up in age, under 18, he still was in a position of trust. He committed allegedly professional abuse, conflict of interest, and I wanted him to know this, right? So I don't know why he's trying to dig up how old this boy was. He have committed a lot of crimes here. Even if he knew who molested or who have sexual assaulted any boys in the house, he still was in a position of trust to go to authorities and to report these incidents. All right. So he don't believe that he should be accountable for what happened to these boys. When you are in a position of trust, you do not supposed to have any sexual contact with anybody under the age of 18. And that's not only 18, but anybody that you employ in your school or in your church. One of the guys was also a teacher in the school, allegedly. The second accuser. He worked in the school, allegedly. And that's the one he's supposed to sexually assaulted. So I'm just saying, he keeps on ranting about these boys was older, but no, you was in a position of trust. That's even in jobs. And I looked at the law. I mean, we have a law library everywhere. So, I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out. Why do he feel the need that he can get away with what he has done or allegedly has done when he was in a position of trust? That goes on at jobs. If you get in a relationship with any of your coworkers, if you are a manager or any such, you cannot date the employees. That's one of the rules and regulations in companies, churches. So I'm just saying. So I wanted to throw that out there in the wind. To those that have received a cease and desist allegedly, which they haven't, not right now, but allegedly supposed to be receiving a cease and desist and all this other stuff he trying to throw out here in the window or whatever. And then allegedly he's trying to seal the case of him and Bishop Whitehead. I'm just trying to figure this out. It's already open. It's already an open case, already open news. So to those that don't understand and have not, well, who don't know the backstory of these allegations, can actually look on my channel, and there are other channels that have the videotapes of these boys. Bishop Earl Carter has the audio of these interviews of these alleged victims on his channel. And I will share them on my community wall so you guys can hear what accuser number 2 and 3 have said about what happened to them. Okay. So I just want to throw that up in the air. I don't know if his lawyer, Levante lawyer, already know about the position of trust thing anyway. He's an attorney. So we're talking about Larry Reed versus Bishop Whitehead, Lamar Whitehead versus Larry Darnell Reed. Bishop, his name is Bishop Earl Carter. I have some of his videos on my channel, on my community page. So you guys can go to my community page and you'll see Bishop Earl Carter video of one of the recordings of the victim. Yeah. So there's more recordings. Oh my God. There's so much information out here. It's just ridiculous, right? So I just want to put that out there in the air. You cannot sleep with or date anybody you have employed or that's up under your care. You cannot do it. You can't even be sleep. He was 17. You can't even sleep with your students. You can't even sleep with a congregation. I'm just trying to figure this out. You know? So, but this is all alleged. So we won't know the truth. We won't know the whole truth, nothing but the truth or the verdict of this until he take it back to court. All right. So anyway, let's get back to the praying. Make sure that's down. So let's get back to LaGena Gold. What is donut? Okay, donuts. I don't know how to pronounce this. Is it donut or donut? Somebody said your name was donut. Donat. Donat said, "Where's the evidence? Levantre's testimony is not enough. Levantre's testimony is enough for his case because Larry Reed have verified and confirmed and agreed to some of the things Levantre has said. All right. So you have to listen to Levantre's testimony. You also have to listen to Larry's Patreon, audio Patreon. So you got it. So you saying to black women, but not the court. No, it ain't just black women, it's black men, it's to people. So it's neither race nor gender in this. Yeah. You sound good. You can discuss, hey, we can discuss this now. I mean, we ain't gotta wait till later, you know. But I'm finna play this right here again about this LaGena. Because we ain't got but like maybe a few more minutes. And I'm gonna throw the link down to whoever wanna get up and join. Let me throw the link down though, like real talk. Hold on. Because I really hold on. Let me throw the link down. Hold on. Okay, let's see. All right, the link is in the comments. So whoever want to join the live, you're more than welcome. Yeah, I'm back on it. I'm back on it. I'm back on it. I'm back on it. So what we're going to do, I'm gonna let you guys back in the. I'm a ACOJ. I want you to join the live. The link is in the comments. Make sure you join the live. I have the link. Link is in the comment. You guys go ahead and join the live. But you guys, those that have just popped in, we're talking about LaGena Gold and also other, situations that has been going on out here in public spaces. LaGena Gold is out here alleging that she's Aaliyah's daughter. And I will show you also something else. She's also saying that she is a witch. LaGena Gold is a witch. All right, so this.
Say the words or say the verbs.
So that video right there, it's on her Instagram page. You guys, she's I guess praying to a candle. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Hi, Star. I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? Exactly. It's a shame how people yes. Yes. So I think this donut right here and somebody else, I don't know if it's somebody else. Okay, this the Nat. Okay, I remember the Nat from
Deny. What's up with you?
Hi, how are you? Is the Nat or what?
Deny. First, let me test the temperature of your platform because I want to remain respectful. Are you open to a difference of opinion? That's my first question.
Well, I'm open to difference of opinion, but first I would like to say thank you for joining my live today. And if anybody want to join the live, you're more than welcome. All right, go ahead. The Nat. Wait a minute. What is it?
Denied. That's how you say it.
Deny. Okay.
Yes, we have. Thank you.
All right.
So with this situation with Larry Reed and Levantre, it's like my conclusive opinion about it, and this is my opinion, and I'm entitled to it, is that I think like Levantre did it consensually, but is ashamed of his sexuality, and he can't come out and say he did it. And I think Larry Reed also know he did it and can't come out and say it was consensual because of his statute and the fact that they both are struggling with their sexuality. Now, when it comes down to the court of public opinion and actual court, and whether or not this can be proven in a lawsuit and used in what Sherelle has struggled to explain, the anti-slap law, right? Then Levante would need more than just his testimony. There are specific laws that govern this type of situation, right? So in the court of public opinion, a lot of people's emotions on their own internal trauma and their moralities will say that anytime a situation like this is mentioned, believe the victim. And I get it because I grew up in one of those households and environments. And this is just me thinking outside the box. So say hypothetically speaking, this is litigated and for something like defamation, and Levante counter it with an anti-slap suit, say, hey, like I'm just speaking out, yada yada. This is a defamation. I'm speaking about my truth, right? And so then the court requires evidence, and just your testimony alone is not evidence, because even if that was enough alone in court, then the court will take declarations before it goes to jury trial. Your testimony doesn't matter until the court says is worthy of a jury trial. So you need something more.
Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. You said his testimony alone. So what other evidence do he need to prove that Larry Reed allegedly molested him?
Okay, yeah, and this is according to law, and I got this from McGuinness.law.com. I can drop it in the chat. The testimony is the story, and it holds evidence, and your overall goal is to find consistencies in the story. And say, I don't know, have you ever seen The Devil's Advocate, that movie? And this is where people that are actual victims get messed over in the court of law. Same thing with the R. Kelly situation, because if I was a lawyer and saw that Levante was accusing this man of messing with him, I would see his insecurity of dealing with his own sexuality, having a wife and having to relive the story. His wife is doctor. I would see all of that, and I would ask him questions around.
Wait a second. So I don't think it have anything to do with his wife, his insecurity, his wife.
But this is what I'm saying. Conclusively, if I was a lawyer, I would paint the case and highlight the sexuality, the fact that he's a black man and the sexuality,
yes.
and what just hear me out, and what happened in that process.
Let's back up on this here, because the wife is actually older than Levante.
Okay.
So the wife was a part of this little clique before Levante came to the church. That's what I'm saying. Like, he got married at 18. These allegations happened in between 14, 15, 16, and 17.
And I thought it was just 17.
This is also, no, it was 14, 15, 16, 17. And remember, he got married at 18. Mm-hmm. So allegedly he was being molested. He was also dating his right now wife, today's wife, right? Mm-hmm. Come on now. He was dating her, and he was allegedly being molested at the same time by these people that was all hanging together.
Mm-hmm. So is it reasonable to say that maybe his wife had something to do with it as well, since she was older and she was there, and since, you know, the situation where I think she was sent away and he was still in the church, and that's when he moved in with Larry Reed. My thing is, this situation happens a lot in the black community. This is why I believe it. This is why I believe Levante is telling the truth, but only half the truth. And this is why I believe they're hiding it. It's the fact of their sexuality. Now, rather he was doing it when he was 14 or whatever the case may be, a lot of times these, you know, I don't want to say the P word. I don't know if it's appropriate for YouTube, but these P words, these people that do that, they sometimes live long lives and get away with it. And it's messed up because in our black community, that happens to a lot of us. So in order for him to prove that Larry Reed did that, there would have to be someone he had told at the time who could regulate and support his testimony.
Well, there is collaboration.
Who is it?
And I appreciate your perspective. However, in a criminal proceeding, the preponderance of evidence is different. So you would have to have an overwhelming probability that he is guilty, right? But in a civil proceeding, the weight of the evidence can be less, okay? And so, because Levantre is not the only accuser, and because the collaborating evidence that Levantre has is not only text messages, Larry Reed, as the receipt himself, who has collaborated and said that, yes, there have been times that he was alone with Levantre when nobody else was around, and he would do things when nobody else was around, and he would engage with me when nobody else was around. Okay. And then after he was accused of these allegations, Levantre then moved in with Larry Reed after Larry Reed put him out and was aware, very well aware of what Levantre was alleging. Okay. He moved him in with him. Okay, so if these things were true, the preponderance of evidence would point to some type of um, malbehavior because of what the actions were afterwards. And Levantre did tell someone during that time. He not only told some people in the church, but also told his brother, his mother during this time. So the collaborating evidence would not only be Levantre, but the other accusers that I'm sure would be subpoenaed, along with Larry Reed and his own self-confessions to some type of malfeasance.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate that perspective as well. And when it comes to the court of law, especially if you're the accuser, um, there should be people willful to go and testify on your behalf, people that can prove your credibility, because in the court of law, you have to have a support to prove your credibility. And those additional victims won't be able to isolate their their isolated incidents unless all of them were together at the same time and it was like a group home
Even if they
situation.
were together at the same time, it doesn't matter, because during other people's testimonies, and
Mhm.
Larry Reed again is the receipt in another accuser who said he was 19 at the time,
Mhm.
and that their interactions were consensual, the last two of
Mhm.
them. But he says that there was an underwear incident like the other accusers, similar MO, similar forms of grooming, if you will. And all of these different experiences, individually and collectively, points to some type of culpability, especially when Larry Reed, being the receipt, has admitted there are some things that he has done as a pastor that he is not proud of. And if it were ever to come to light, he would deny it. So again,
Mhm.
Larry Reed being the receipt, Larry Reed admitting on his Patreon that there was a trans person, a young in age, who he had an inappropriate conversation about, walking them through step by step on how to ejaculate and masturbate and all types of sexually hypersexual conversations that were inappropriate. He even confessed that he had conversations with Levantre that was explicit in nature that he should not have had. Whether
Let,
it
Yeah.
was,
let me wait.
whether
Wait
it,
one second.
I
Wait
think
one
I think
second.
here in
Let me,
one second. You know,
wait 1 second before you speak.
Mhm.
Wait 1 second. Let me play this video, part of this video, and let you hear this, and then you can start with your commentary. Danette, what is it?
Deny.
Deny.
Yeah.
Okay.
There
When
we
it
go.
comes to children and molestation, you know what has been done to me on my
You know
platform.
what's been done to me, so why would I turn around and do that to a child? That don't make no sense.
That's why I'm calling.
What child has been around me as a grown man? Ain't no child been around me as no grown man. When I was home, I always stayed up in the room, as I still do now. And just like now, everybody comes one by one into my room and asked me, engaged me, talked to me, however. So we were by ourselves because there were things that he would do and nobody would be around. Now, what I'm not going to do, and I want to be very clear about this, and this is on purpose, and this is the reason why, I want to be very clear about this.
All right. So what's the date on those video clips?
Hold on 1 second. Uh, hold on. Let me go into it.
So let me ask you a question. Are you
Oh, go
aware
ahead.
that
Go ahead.
are you aware that Levante went to the police department and they deemed his report frivolous?
There was no determination made on the
Mhm.
report. It,
Okay.
do you have any receipts that says that they deemed it frivolous? Where is the
Yeah.
paperwork?
You can Google it and understand that when the filing of a police report, if it doesn't escalate to a certain department within 90 days, it's basically deemed frivolous. And I
Okay,
don't have
is
that with me.
basically or is it definitively? Because we can deal
Mhm,
in basic and hypothetics
mhm.
all day long, but we need
Yes.
concrete, right? Because
Uh-huh.
we're speaking in certain terms, and you're a
Mhm,
very technical person, right?
mhm,
So we can assume all we want to, but there was a legal record made
mhm,
about that case. Now, let me tell you again, there are other cases, even in the Catholic Church, and you may agree with this, that police reports were filed and just, pushed to the side and never
mhm.
revisited because of what? The lack of evidence. That doesn't mean that their claims or their allegations were not based in fact. It just means that a lot of times these allegations, especially against clergy, especially in the Black community, will be swept under the rug and pushed to the side because why? We do not matter. And so that right there, that talking point is valid, but then it falls flat when we talk about the grand scheme of things in regards to sexual cases regarding this. And I'm not going to say the abuse word. But what I'm going to say is that me, myself, being a survivor of S abuse, have filed police reports. Okay. It was a forceful fondling situation. And yes, it was brought to the SVU and the regular formalities were done. However, it's hard to prove forceful fondling when it's only yourself as the minor and the adult. It's basically my word against theirs. There's no DNA, nothing, right? And being as though those type of things are usually left unheard and unadjudicated doesn't invalidate Levantre's claim, especially when there are other accusers.
So yeah, I definitely validate and appreciate your perspective. I think for the most part you answered it mid sentence. There's so many issues and situations in the Black community that goes undocumented properly. What I mean by the police report is that usually it goes and it gets escalated to a detective and so forth. From my understanding, the police report was no more than if you call the police and they document something and leave and no follow up
Well, he did
because
exactly
Mhm,
what he was supposed to do.
mhm,
Now, it is not
right.
his responsibility to launch a autonomics an
Mhm,
investigation. If the
mhm,
police department didn't do their due diligence, they didn't
mhm,
question the parishioners of that congregation. Is it Levantre's fault that it wasn't substantiated because
mhm,
of the lack of initiative of an investigation to even be launched? Is it
mhm.
his fault? No.
It
He
it was
did what he
actually
was supposed to do.
he did what he was supposed to do, but the person who was actually supposed to do something about it didn't do anything about it, but instead vicariously, supported it, and now he's in a situation to where it's now harder for him to prove, and that's the problem. A lot of times when it's happening, it is in fact reported to our parents and stuff. So absolutely, touching a 15-year-old is disgusting. But if you have a 15-year-old child and you suspect, and women, especially Black women, are super instinctively intelligent, and Black women completely understands and can look at a situation and analyze it appropriately. The brother, Levante Adams' brother, actually spoke out and said that he told people and the mother, and it was just
Yeah,
counterculture.
so yeah,
His
he
mother
also wait a
failed
minute one
him.
second. He also told Shamark O'Brien. He mentioned to Shamark O'Brien, his mothers, and all of them. So they was
Absolutely.
responsible. They
So
was
it proves it dis
responsible.
yes.
They was responsible. They was in a position of trust, right? Because he's a minor. He was a minor at the time. So they supposed to reported that.
And it disproves your point, sir, where you said, did he tell anybody during that time frame? And so that is one for us and zero for you, sir, because it proves Well, it
Oh, wait,
disproves
wait,
your
wait. Hold
point.
on. I don't know. I'm new to YouTube, but I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm having a polarizing conversation and I'm expressing.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying to
I don't
that
want you to
point.
think this is a game to where
No,
you
no,
score
no, no,
one or
no,
not.
no.
Okay.
I'm just saying, no, because I appreciate opposing opinions. I do,
Mm,
and even and two things can be true at the same time. You
mm,
have a right to object or to contest or to challenge, and I appreciate that because in you doing that, it gives further clarity for those who are on the fence. And it gives further clarity to you who may be unfamiliar with the previous situations as they have unfolded.
right. Yeah. So I just think like his mother failed him within the jurisdiction of like collecting specific evidence. His mother failed him, and I'm pretty sure he was scared to report it to the authorities because of the consequences and the backlash his own mother probably would have given him. And now that Larry could actually cite in legal documents that a police report was considered unfounded, meaning that is insufficient. The detective didn't do
It
an
can't be
investigation.
unfounded when it was never investigated.
Okay,
If
great. Right.
anything, at
That's
the
what, I don't
very
think you're
least,
understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is the reason it's unfounded is because it was never investigated. And now that Levantre would try to use that as a piece of evidence in the court of law, that would like discredit him
it will
because
not discredit him. You know
it
why?
will.
That would discredit the police department because it
That's
was
right.
their responsibility. It
To
won't discredit
investigate.
Levantre. If anything, it would give him more
So
credibility because
are we having a credible conversation or a conversation based on
no,
emotions?
the credit
Because you know how
because
the
we're
shit
not
is.
talking about
Tobacco.
criminal proceedings. We're talking about a civil case,
And
okay?
we're talking about as a white system looking at a police report and a black man saying, hey, this person did this. And he said, this is my evidence. And this is why I went to the internet to say it because of this report. And Larry Reed threw a lawsuit at him. And he tells the court because of this report, the court is specifically going to say the report was unfounded.
No, what is giving that police report is a paper trail, right? If I say that A, B, and C happened on this particular date at my job, and my job is saying that it never happened, and I sue them in a civil proceeding, I can use that police report even though they never investigated as a record, a legal record saying that I filed this police report. I said that this happened on this date, and here's my corroborating evidence. So, if anything, it gives more credibility to Levantre's story because at the time that the offense happened, he filed a police report. Now, let me pose this question, and I appreciate your rigor and
Well,
your
hold on.
severity.
At the time in which he filed the police report, he was 17. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, he was 17. And also, at the time that he filed the police report, that was still during the time that he was still in contact with the church, with Larry Reed. Hello. And then moved back in with him at another address because
And
I
that
know
right
that
there
the address,
completely
I
that
know that the
discredited
address.
him. Why
Let,
would you
let me
move
mention let
back
me
in
mention this too as
with
well.
somebody who made you a
Hold on
bill?
one second. Shamarco Bryant also had admitted publicly that Levantre came to him and told him about the allegations. So he publicly said that in this time, in real time. So that's evidence too as well. All right. So who is this that just hopped in the live?
Hey, Miss Virgo, how you doing?
Hi, how are
It's
you?
it's Tiffany.
Oh,
Hey
Tiffany.
Trees, how
Okay.
you doing? I don't know you personally, but I watch you regularly.
Thank you
Shout
so
out
very
to you,
much.
Donate, for hitting the like and sharing your opinion. Donate, if I'm saying this correctly, my question is more so for you. What I'm gathering from you in your initial commentary is you feel like, or and correct me if I'm wrong, that this was possibly a consensual relationship or engagement between LR and Levantre. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So I'm what I'm learning, in this conversation is that there may have been allegations saying that he touched him under the age of
No,
17.
I'm not bringing an age yet. And I'm not being
Okay.
rude, but it's kind of like
Oh,
a yes
okay.
or no question. Do
Okay,
you
but
feel overall that it was
uh-huh.
like a consensual engagement?
I feel like if Levantre was 17 years old in the consenting state, and curious about his sexuality and who he was and trying to figure it out. I feel like, yeah, it was. And I feel like both he and
And
Larry Reed
got it.
have a lot of explaining to do when it comes to their
No, got it.
sexuality. So I
And
believe,
no,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Can I ask something? I'm sorry to interrupt you because I'm about to drop down, right? Okay, so do you agree? Let's just agree on this. What Larry said on a public platform is that he engaged in sexually explicit conversation with Levantre about um, encounters sexually with the same sex. He says because Levantre asked him. So let's believe that. Let's humor that notion. Is that appropriate for a 29-year-old man, or however old Larry was at the time, and being in a position of authority and leadership? Is that appropriate to have a sexually explicit conversation with a 15-year-old boy?
With the 15-year-old boy, that's disgusting. That's illegal. That's immoral. With the
Okay.
17, one second. And assuming that those allegations for when he was 15 are true, that's my stance. It's immoral. It's illegal. Let's stone him. Let's
Okay. So with
but
that,
hold on. Give me
so
one
we
second.
can
1
agree on
second.
that.
You push it right. We can agree on that. Now, this is where people are saying that I'm causing trouble and all of this shit. In the state of South Carolina, if he was 17,
Hold on. We no profanity.
okay,
Try.
I'm sorry. So in the state of South Carolina, I think the legal consenting age is 17. On a moral level, that's disgusting. I get it totally. But when you're going off saying things that have legal consequences and negative
No, let's stay
definitions
right there.
behind
No,
them,
let's stay
okay.
right there. Let's stay right there.
Mhm.
A 15-year-old having a sexually explicit conversation with a adult clergyman in a position of power, right? We agree
Mhm.
that Larry Reed admitted to that. Based off of that alone,
I would need to hear it for myself because I'm not adult
do you
or
have that? I'm
loose.
sure Miss Furlow may have that.
Yeah, because I don't
I
listen to what
just
Because
I
they say
just
about
played
people.
it. But
but based
Hold
off of
on.
that
Wait. That's what you play? That's you're feeding into that to add your own context to
no,
make
no,
sense of
no, no,
whatever
no, no, no,
narrative.
no,
no,
no, no. There are
I
other
have
there are
all of that was
other
just part of it when he said
Because
they
that
was
what
in
you
there
the
are
play.
other
Is that
clips.
what you
Yes,
play?
Larry
Yeah,
Reed
we have
posted.
the clip. Now I just don't want to replay it over and over again, but
Can
that
you
was
send
part of the
can you send
clip.
those to me?
That was part no, listen, that was part of the conversation that he did in his Patreon, right?
Mhm.
So don't be saying we don't know. We have heard everything. We
Yes.
will not
See,
get on our platforms and say something this man said when come on now, really?
No, I feel you. I just need to listen to those
Well,
clips for
yeah, well, we
myself.
you
have it.
got to
We're very
I'm gonna
familiar with
Google
it.
it.
yeah,
That's why.
you're gonna have to
Yeah, I
go.
know, but you're very familiar with it, and you created a perspective that's near
It's
unbreakable.
not created.
We're
We're
not
not creating
creating
anything. We're
And
using
I
what
want
Larry Reed
right,
perspective.
spit out of his
but what I'm
own mouth.
telling you is I want to be able to listen to that material for myself before I form the same any
You,
concrete conclusion. That's
Well,
all I'm
in your
I
saying.
mean,
spare time, sir, I'm sure Miss Furlow can furnish the links for you. But as of
Please.
now, we are up to speed. So because we're up to speed, if we want to have tutoring sessions or whatever, that will be at a later date. But as far as our audience now, we're up to speed. So what we do
I'm
know
gonna
is
Google it.
that Larry Reed has already admitted to a sexually explicit conversation about homosexuality with Levantre when he was 15 years old. And he said, should I have had that conversation? No, but I had it because Levantre was very curious about same gender loving relationships. And so I humored him with that conversation. Now, where I come from, being a survivor from the age of 5 and many ages after then, that is considered grooming. And based off of that self admission alone, will give more than enough civil action to have his case, his civil suit dismissed. Sexually impropriety and misconduct of a person in authority and above the minor age, at the very least, corrupting the morals of a minor, and sexually inappropriate conversations equates to grooming,
Mhm.
period. But
Yeah,
yet,
so
but
I
yet,
think
okay, wait a minute. But yet, in true predatorial form, he blames Levante to tempting him into that conversation.
yeah, I think what it is like I would have to listen to that because I don't know how much of I don't know the specifics of what was said and how much.
I'm sorry.
One
Can I,
second. Like, am I
okay.
not allowed to think? That's all I'm
Well,
not
that's
trying to.
fine, but
Sorry.
that's not our responsibility to equip you with
Yeah,
the things. I mean, because
yeah.
typically what I do as a rule of thumb, if I don't
Mhm.
know something, I don't talk about. I just don't talk about it. I refrain from having an opinion until I equip myself with the facts.
Right. No, I definitely want to get to the facts and the fact that, I talked about what I knew and my perspective, and you're adding more and making me want to learn more. I'm going to go and learn that more. I'm not going to just sit here and listen to what you have to say and take that
And
as
I
fact.
appreciate that. I just appreciate it an open mind, because you could look at the content and still believe what you want to believe. And I appreciate that. But I would respect it even more if you armed yourself with the evidence first, and then you come back and say, you know what, Trees, I still believe that that wasn't inappropriate. I still
Yeah.
believe that a 29-year-old male can have a sexually explicit conversation about homosexual sex with a 15-year-old boy. And you would be well within your right to believe that. But at least
Ugh.
you were made yourself privy to what that conversation was.
I actually Google and I see a video called Exclusive Audio Larry Reed's Live Accuser. So I'll listen to that, and if I need to listen to hear it more. But because that's the accusers, I'm just gonna come from an
No, I
analytical
want you to
place.
listen to Larry Reed. No, hear him first. Hear him talk
But let
about it
me but let me
first.
but let me ask you a question. Did he make that video before or after those accusers came forward?
After.
Okay, so right now you got to understand something. Once
He
someone
also
threatens,
said something before too as well. He said some
okay,
things.
I
But
would need to see the before and after.
this particular
Uh
point,
huh.
he said after. Yet that,
Uh
yes, he did have a sexually explicit conversation about homosexual sex with Levante when he was
huh.
15 years old. And
Okay.
so because he made that own admission, that right there alone will give clause to have his civil suit dismissed.
I definitely need to
Because
hear that.
Oh, it's
anybody
gonna be
who is
dismissed
okay,
anyway. It's gonna be
anybody who
dismissed anyway.
anybody
Period.
who was okay with having sexually graphic, explicit conversations with a 15-year-old boy would be just as likely to want to have intercourse with a 15-year-old boy. Point blank, period. Thank you for
And which
allowing
lawsuit
me
is
to
this?
have a voice on your platform. I'm going to drop down. And thank you so much, Donat, for your opinions as well. Good night,
Thank you.
everybody.
Good
All
night,
right,
sweetheart.
thank you. That was all about trees. You guys go and
Okay.
subscribe to her channel. She has some very informative information on her channel.
Good night,
So,
trees.
ma'am,
No,
15.
Miss Furlow. No, and I'm sorry. I just want to ask. And I'm glad it's the not right.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
I just thank you. I just wanted like gauge like where your head is like just regarding this topic in general, irrespective of gender or your sexuality. Because as a woman myself, I'm almost 40 though, but it was nothing. I'm just speaking in general. For a 15-year-old girl, to be dating a 25, 26-year-old man. And I feel like when I was coming up, we kind of normalized that behavior and that activity. And I feel like a lot of that is being carried over. Take out the so-called, kid touching and SA and things like that and the R word, but just regular, relationships. I feel like we're normalized, even in amongst my family, all that among like our peers. Like nobody blinked an eye at seeing, a 15 or 16-year-old girl with a 25, 26-year-old man. So I say that to say, is any of that playing into how the way, you're kind of looking at this? Because I'm following you on a consent aspect. I get why you saying that. I understand why you saying that. And I'm just wondering if it's coming kind of from that mindset, and not to get too much into your personal business or tea, you know, Patty, thank you, ma'am.
Can I speak now,
Okay.
please? First, let me
Yes.
just let me just stop and say to everybody that I'm an individual. I'm a leader. I don't need a family on YouTube. All I need is my personality and resources. So I just like to have conversations. I like to say that I have a peculiar mindset, one in which thinks for itself, and I'm not going to be participating in any echo chambers, even if that means I have to do research. I was asked certain questions that I had to answer to because I had an encounter with Mr. Levante Andrews. I've never spoken to Larry Reed. I don't give a fuck about him. Nor, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I don't care about him or Levante situations in particularly. But I would like to say my decision and my thought pattern is coming from a peculiar viewpoint to break up echo chambers and narratives on this white man platform. So that's it. I do think it's disgusting for anybody to touch a minor underage or anything like that. And I'm actually interested in exploring avenues of that narrative that focus on the sexuality of black men as a whole and the mental health constraints people deal with. So that's where I'm coming from. So I think both of them niggas consented to it when he was 17. And now he's ashamed of himself as far as allegations about 15, 14, 13. That's freaking disgusting. And I'm the type of person where I would throw the first stone, but I have to hear that information and decipher for myself.
Got it. Thank you for that answer. Well answered.
Okay. Like Latrice, not Latrice, but like Tree said, it doesn't matter if he consent or not.
Tangela, she looked like one of them black women that know something that happened before and got all the smoke. Tangela in the chat, she got so much to say.
Okay.
Bring her up here. I hate, you know what, y'all some invisible funds won't go live, just got all the stuff to say. Child, gone, girl, gone. You bother with me.
You have
Miss
to
Michael,
ignore
I'm
the
dropping
chat.
down, girl.
You have to ignore
Thank you
the
for letting me
chat.
out. I don't be nosy boots in the chat, but thank you, Denai, and thank you, Miss Fo, for letting me up. I'm gonna be in your chat being nosy, girl. Bye.
All right. You have to ignore the people in the chat though, like real talk.
Right.
So, but anyway, I'm gonna go back to the other commentary because I'm about to end this video. But I appreciate you. Deny, right?
Deny.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. I like to talk to people and have fun, but it's not. I don't know y'all in the chat. Let me let y'all know something very clear. It's not beneficial for me to be on people's platforms other than just to get to know them. So yeah, freak y'all in the chat because until until you're able to show your face and understand what it's like to network, you're low vibration. All I do is network, and I appreciate you allowing me on your platform and allow to express my viewpoint. Maybe somebody who's seeing this video and stuff could learn and understand from a different perspective while standing in their truth. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, you guys, the nice out of here. Tiff P came up in here and did her little commentary on the situation. All right, you guys. Look, I already know y'all. He don't got kicked out of several panels. Okay, Deny is a mess. I swear. He wanted to go in too. Deny a mess. Okay, he said we didn't come to smash anyone. He said, yeah, Deny is in the chat. Deny will get ready to go in on y'all. Exactly. All right, you guys. All right, so anyway, so that's the commentary on that situation. All right. So make sure you guys hit the like button, please. Subscribe button as well. I'm subscribed. I think I'm subscribed to Denise channel, everybody channel. I'm subscribed to everybody. I think I subscribed to Denise channel when he was on King's Payne panel. Deny is cool and has an open mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was just going. He was just getting ready to go in though. Y'all heard he was starting it up, y'all. He was getting ready to go in on y'all. He was gonna start cussing and everything. But that'll be a video that I don't really want to be monetized, denied. Because sometimes they don't monetize your videos when you like, you know, pay you for your videos when you start doing a lot of cursing and stuff. So okay. All right. So anyway, you guys hit that like button. So anyway, you guys, I appreciate the panel. The panel was awesome. I appreciate All About Trees. She does come on here and speak her truth. She can articulate very well, and I appreciate her for that. She knows her stuff. She when it comes to the law, she knows her stuff, right? So I appreciate her so much, you guys. Y'all go and follow her. I know she has a huge following. Her chats be lit, you guys. It be live lit. So you guys go and follow her. Okay, thank you, Tangela. I appreciate it. You guys hit that like button. Y'all know if you don't hit the like button, the video won't be, you know, like the algorithm won't pick it up. All right. But if you hit the like button, the algorithm will pick it up. Okay. So thank you, Betty. Thank you. Betty is my moderator. I have other moderators as well. They don't always be in the chat. They come in and out of the chat. So you guys will see them. They work. Hi, I Human First. How you doing? Have you been here the whole time? Oh my God, where's Honest Ijune? I call him Honest Ijune in June. Thank you, Tangela. You said piggies are like animals. He's silly. Sometimes feces go. Exactly, that right. Do the right thing. All right, so you guys, we had a great commentary tonight, and we talked about LaGena, Gold, Larry Reed, Bishop Whitehead, Levontre Andrews, the accuser, you know, the alleged victim that is accusing Larry of molesting him when he was younger. And he also mentioned that Larry started grooming him at the age of 14 years old. You guys, I don't want to be on here bashing no victim at all. Anybody that claims to be a victim, I'm not going to be on here bashing them or say he consented to an adult that was in a position of trust. When you consent to an adult that's in a position of trust, that is still wrong regardless. Because the law is if they are in a vulnerable position, which Levontre was actually in a vulnerable position at the time, you know, at the time that he met Shamarko. Exactly, I am in reverse. At the time he met Shamarko and Larry Reed, he didn't have anywhere to stay. He didn't have nowhere to go. And they could have allegedly used that over his head. They could have used that against him, right? To sleep with him, to lure him in the bed, give him $60. Okay. So you guys better get this right. It does not matter, consent or not. He still was in a vulnerable position. He still was mentally traumatized. He was mentally, come on now, really in a position of trust. This man was in a position of trust, regardless. How you gonna end up sleeping with somebody that you've been knowing ever since they were 14 years old and you like 30, 35, 30, 40? I'm just saying. And then he was running a school too. Come on now. So since the law says it's okay, so when your students turn a certain age, so you start sleeping with them. As soon as they turn 17, you just start sleeping with your student. The only reason why they consent because they looked up to you all their life. And they felt like they can trust you. That's in their mind. I'm just saying. Predatorial behavior. That's what it looks like to me. In my opinion, Miss T got personal app. He can watch my color. Oh, okay. T got personal app. He can watch. Hi there. Yeah, the net is a mess. Oh, I ain't him the first. The net is a mess. But anyway, so You guys, let's get off of that. But I'm pretty sure that Levontre Andrews' lawyer know the law, so we ain't got no problem with that. He knows the law. Ain't no lawyer gonna take a case if they ain't got no case. They're just number one. They're not. They're not gonna take a case. It's not a case. And 9 out of 10, you can't. He can't go to court against a victim when the victim has not presented their case, has not prevented their testimony. Okay, so that case is gonna be dismissed regardless if he got without prejudice or whatever the case may be. But he don't already stuck his foot in his mouth by doing that Patreon audio, so that just done right there. It was gonna be dismissed anyway. You can't. There just ain't no way you can go and sue somebody alleging you. I'm just so done with that one. I've not read anything. It's been a mess. Larry said, I have and I did and I will. I have and I did and I will. That's what he said. It's called cohort. That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. He been in these little young men life ever since they was 13. One of them was 13. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then after he found the allegations against him, he still let Levontre around him. This is weird. This is so weird. Exactly. Exactly. Levontre was in a vulnerable position. Because Larry also mentioned that Levontre, his mama, needed money. They was in debt or something like that. So how he know if he don't know where Levontre live at, if he don't know nothing about Levontre? He is a cloud chaser. I am him reverse. He is. Look at Star said he will buy Walmart underwear for little boys. You know what Star? You know what Larry said? This is what he said, y'all. He said Levontre was 17 years old when he took him to go buy him some underwear. And y'all remember he got married at 18. So how was Larry taking him to go buy underwear when him and his wife should have been at the store? His fiance to be wife should have been at Walmart buying underwear. That's what I can't understand. All this stuff right here, all the ages, all this mix up, and then he got married at 18. Come on now. What the PPP was going on? Come on now, how you take a man that finna get married at 18 to go buy him some pair of drawers? Make that make sense. Somebody make that make sense. And you didn't know him until he turned 17. Somebody make that make sense. I'm just trying to figure this out. Yeah, exactly. All about trees. He didn't want no smoke. All about trees sat him down. I swear the Nat don't want this pound over here. The Nat was finna start up though. He was finna get ready to start it up. He was get ready to start it up. I told him this video right here, I need to be monetized. I need to be, room partay all now. Just practical. Exactly. Star. Somebody tell me this boy was 18 years old when he got married, but Larry Reed took him to the Walmart to buy him some drawers at 17 because he didn't know Levontre until he turned 17. Somebody. Hey, y'all better hey, if Levontre lawyer hear me, somebody got to make this make sense. Exactly. You did cuss all of our trees. Yeah, I don't think you ever cuss on my panel. I don't think so. No, because you know how they do videos, they'll kind of like not pay you much for them or something like that. I can't put that out there. Star said Pink Prince would drive Larry crazy. Exactly. Somebody got to make that make sense. Somebody please make it make sense. This is what came out of Larry's mouth. This is not what came out of our mouth. This is nothing we making up. This is according to the videos that Tasha K has on her platform and also her app, TashaKLive.com. All right. This is nothing we're making up. We're only doing commentary about it. That's it. Larry said he took Levante to get some underwears and clothes. He said he was with Vincent. Oh, I brought Vincent with me. So he didn't want people to think that it was just him and Levante that went to Walmart. So he trying to have a witness. See, he already trying to get his story together. But Levante's supposed to be 17 years old, but he's supposed to be had a fiance at the time. He's supposed to be getting married at 18. I'm just trying to figure this out. Somebody make this make sense. And said deuces, but let me let's see. Hold on, exactly. Do the right thing. That's what I just like. Why would he even say he didn't meet Levante until he turned 17 years old, but he took Levante shopping? Well, he's supposed to got married at 18. I was like, somebody make it make sense. Larry, you took the boy shopping at 17, but he got married at 18. Somebody please make this make sense. But you want to sue Levante and you can't get your lives together? Allegedly, Larry will make the young men model in the underwears. Larry allegedly said, dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. Let me see you model in the SpongeBob's underwears. Well, we pretty sure he said Levante he was 17 when he took him shopping. He didn't meet Levante until he was 17 years old. So I'm pretty sure he probably had some different type of drawers on, maybe boxes, because he was like 17. Really? And we believe this. Come on, y'all. We make it. Stop. You ain't gonna get me in trouble. Allegedly, Star, you doing too much. You doing too much. I can't. Look, Star, I had to put it on mute. You is a mess. So, y'all, not funny at all, but Star is posting some funny comments down below. She really is. She is posting funny comments. So we just trying to make this make sense because it just doesn't make any sense. How you take a grown man, allegedly he was old enough to buy his own drawers. He was old enough to consent. I'm pretty sure he was old enough to buy his own drawers. Now I want CTV to explain this to us. How old was Levante when Larry took him to go buy some drawers and some clothes? How old was he? Huh? Since he was been married at 18. Y'all better make this make sense. Y'all better hurry up and make this make sense. Because it's not making no sense. It's a shame. It is. Tina Turner's private dancer. Private dancer. A dancer for money. $60. Private dancer, dance off on my knee. I do what you want me to do. And that's what she said, Star. $60. He thinks about a fool. Ain't nobody no fool. And he think those PPP shows are ended. Yeah, the PPP is, but there's something else coming. He said, so he didn't, but exactly. He's a pastor. But he didn't buy him a suit. He not said, he didn't even have to take him to the store and buy him a suit, but he could have asked for his size. And that's what normally people do when they're in a position of trust and they are caring for young men and young women. They would ask for their sizes of their drawers. Well, y'all, we call them drawers in the South. Sizes of their underwears and stuff like that, and size of their suits, and you know, they ask for sizes. I can't. Star. You is a mess. So they ask for their sizes. Come on, y'all. I'm just trying to make this make sense because they ain't making it make sense. They skipping off all over the law, what the law says, and this is what a person in position of trust should do. You cannot take them to the stores. You cannot be like with them by yourself. It's just certain things you cannot do. It has to be 2 or 3 witnesses. It has to be done in a proper way. You know, people has to go to the store and shop for these, you know, little kids and stuff like that. You got to go to the store yourself. Don't take your kid to the store. Try the drawers on in the shop in the dressing room, and they tell them to come out so you can see how they look in the drawers. You know, that ain't the way it works. We got a new member in the house. I'm sorry. Look at me, Betty. Y'all, this my moderator right here. I have cracked the case. Exactly. You have cracked the case. You all have cracked the case. Because it's not making sense, you guys. And so accuser number 3 is who Sherelle don't know. Sherelle said accuser number 3 never recanted his statement, believing what Larry say. But which he didn't. That's not accuser number 3. And I told Sherelle that like about 50 times in my video. That is not accuser number 3. All right. That's a cousin. That's a gossiping cousin. A fake gossiping cousin. That's who it was. But anyway, what I see is that I don't know, but somebody is going to turn on Larry. Because if this case go any further, it's going to actually look like Shamak O'Brien. It looks like Shamak O'Brien is going to be in a lot of trouble. All right. The law bishop. Okay, God did it. Oh, okay. Okay, that's his name. I'll look it up. Cocaine. Okay, let's see. Is it Bishop Whitehead or is that a real name, Bishop Bodega? All right, you guys, we got another new member. All right, so I have other members too. I don't know if they show it on YouTube, but I have other members too as well. But I don't know if I had to create some kind of link or something. I don't know. So you guys can see it. Oh, Whitehead, Bishop Whitehead. Okay. I'll take a look at it. I've seen some of it, but I didn't watch all of it. I can't believe I've been on live with y'all that long. I'm gonna go to the hospital with my mom. And this child here, right here. I swear, star. You is a mess. That's gonna be part 2. That's gonna be part 2 right there, Star. Part 2. Bishop Lamar Head has a message for Larry. Oh, he did that today? Get out. He had a message for Larry. Oh, cut up. Oh, wait. You see, I put that other star. So I wanted to lead with that, because I don't think he understand that he was in a position of trust. Um, and that's very important. You guys have to look at that too as well. And stop saying he was old enough, he consented. But if he consented and he's supposed to got married at 18, something just ain't right, y'all. He said he didn't know Levante until he turned 17, but he at Walmart buying his boy SpongeBob drawers. I'm just trying to figure this out. And this what Larry said out of his mouth. He took him shopping. So this is nothing we making up. Okay, that's the title of the video. Oh, it's on YouTube. I never usually. That's the title of the video on YouTube. Hold on, let's see. Bishop Whitehead has a mission for Larry. Hold on, check this out. Let's see. Oh, they ain't playing with Larry Reed. No, not Bishop. Okay, not Bishop Lamar Whitehead ain't playing with him. A message. Who did it? Let me see. Hold on. I don't see it. But anyway, I have to find it. All right. Exactly. That's the big thing here. With all of it, he tried to say, "Oh, there's no evidence. Oh, he was 17. Try to prove, man, you was in a position. Sure, I wouldn't even trust my 19-year-old around this dude. Oh, he was in a position of trust. I mean, he was old enough to do it. But I'm like, hey, you in a position of trust. You shouldn't be even trying to mess with the congregation. Nobody. It don't matter how old they are. Husband can't even trust their wife around you. You want to date them? Oh, it was. She consented. What? Man, stop. You in a position of trust. That behavior shouldn't be known among you. The Lord sent these people for a reason to certain pastors. For a reason. But something happened, the reason why Levante ended up at Larry Reed's church. And sometimes when a woman go through divorce like that and go through some emotional, situation, sometimes they do choose the wrong churches and stuff like that, and they boys end up in the wrong hands. Sometimes it's like that. I don't understand why she left the other church, but for some reason she had to leave because she was in her emotions. Something happened with the marriage. Maybe she was cheating too, and the husband was cheating too. Something was going on that for her to end up in the hands of Larry. I'm talking about Levante's mother. All right, who is this right here? Okay. Hi, Cocaine. How are you? How you doing? Your mic is on?
Hear me?
Hello?
Hold
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay. What happened?
on. 1 second.
Okay. Look at Star. Star, you a mess. You is a mess, I swear.
Okay, am I clear?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I really just wanted to. First of all, hello. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wanted to just put the link of the video that I was referencing in the chat. I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to put it in the private chat here so you'll have it. I don't know if you're
Okay.
able to like.
I think I got it. Somebody named Dropping T posted it.
I actually did not even look at the channel name. I just looked at the title, but I know it's like 17 minutes long.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna post it on my community channel.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted you to have it because you said you couldn't find it. So that's all I wanted.
Oh, that's it. All right, you guys,
Mm.
this is Payne. Y'all go subscribe to her channel.
No, I'm not a content creator. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Oh, I mean, I still subscribe even though y'all don't have no video. So
Oh,
I do.
really? Really?
Yes, I still subscribe to y'all channel. Yeah.
But yeah, on that that sermon that Bishop did, I mean, he's mentioning Bernard and who somebody named OC or CO or somebody. I guess that pastor got married or something in Atlanta. So, married to another man. I'm sorry, I failed to mention that. Um, so yeah, so Bishop had a whole sermon about what's going on in the church and how other pastors are not talking about it and why is everybody so silent about two men being married and da 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 da. So
Oh my God. I'm gonna go look at it. I'm gonna watch it. I am human first. Yes, I do remember that. Shamarko started mentoring Levante at 14 years old, but he never knew his drummer until 17 years old. Make that make sense. Exactly.
yeah, I remember him saying that.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. None of it. It doesn't make any sense when he got married at the age of 18. That just sickness. That's some sickness. That's some
Yeah,
sickness.
yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty. It's you know pretty messed up.
Yeah. You can
But
talk. Okay.
what'd you say?
I said you can talk. It's okay.
Oh, no, 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 no. It's not that. I was actually trying to finish my mashed potatoes because I'm kind of late on dinner. But so if I sound like I'm preoccupied, that's what I'm doing at the moment.
That's fine.
Yeah. But I'm gonna hop down and
Okay.
listen to the rest of your commentary. But thank you for allowing me up. It was a pleasure meeting you, and
Thank
I'm sure I'll
you.
be up again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right. All right. I am human first. The video is on my community page, you guys. I found the video. I shared it on my community page. Make sure you guys go to my community page, and it's the first video. Okay. So you guys watch that video too as well. Let me see. Let me subscribe to Dropping T. Dropping T has 1.57K subscribers on their channel. Oh, they be posting about the same thing we be posting. Well, yeah, Bishop Whitehead. They posted Kimberly Brown. hmm So anyway, you guys, let me get off of here. But anyway, so we was talking about LaGeet. I'm gonna say this again. So we was talking about LaGena. I think her name LaGena Gold, the lady that alleged that she was Aaliyah's daughter. Oh, I got some new comments here. Hold on. See what this is. Only 11 members in the church, and Larry didn't know the drummer. Okay. Stop, you so. Oh my God, you too much. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you guys, when I get ready to get off of here, you guys, I'm gonna open up the comments down below. You guys are more than welcome to comment below. And I want you guys to let me know, what do you think about LaGena Gold? Is LaGena Gold Aaliyah's real daughter, or is she just lying, scheming? Okay. A liar and a schemer from Africa. All right. So who came up on the panel? have a hard time believing the so-called family members that came up on the panel. What you mean, cocaine? All right, you guys, I'm going to play this video again before I get off, and thank you guys for coming on. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys, all about trees. I don't know if she's going coming live tonight, but all about trees and King Payne. We having that tea, you guys. All right. Have a good night.
And after I had went viral on the month of February, I've been telling my truth for a long time, and I've been telling my truth, and the so-called family members been knowing it. So I said something about DNA tests. They didn't want to do it because they just like kept brushing it off. After I told them some guy raped me, you know what they said? Did you get checked out? And yes, I did. I don't have nothing either, but they didn't hug me. They didn't act like they care. They don't care. They do that word shit, and also they put me in a mental institution for practicing my First Amendment, my freedom of speech, freedom of press, and they put me in there 3 days after being viral, and you guys digging a little too hard, and they had me in there with no cell phone, no nothing, and then while I was in there, they had some girl that had my picture to pretend with me.